Hey, this is David with another techie review. You might wonder why I'm sitting in the vehicle to talk a techie review. Well, it's because I'm talking a little bit of car tech today. I have a Nextbase 322 GW dash cam to review here. So the camera here has been mounted in the system here. I'm actually using the suction cup mount version. There's actually an adhesive version of this that you can just stick it to the glass. This one will allow it to be removed. Dash cams are used really for self-protection. If somebody stops short in front of you to try and claim some insurance fraud, somebody hits your car, somebody keys your car while it's parked, or bumps your car and doesn't leave a note. The system here is powered through a power port on your car, and in this case you can see I have this. Now you notice that the cable is kind of running up underneath the dash, and I have used the included tool that allows you to tuck this into the dashboard or into the trim, and I've routed the cable up here underneath the dash. Below the glove compartment there's a little channel I was able to run it through, and it comes around the dash, bottom of the dash, and comes up to this corner of the window, and then it's tucked into the trim line right here all the way up, and then you can see the cable hanging down here. It's good because this keeps the camera cords from being in the way of either the driver or the passenger. The way I originally mounted it, I had it running up underneath the windshield, the visor here, and the passenger could never use this to flip it because they would have broken the cable. This is one of the other nice features about this particular model of dash cam is it has an SOS mode on it. In order to use SOS mode, you have to do some configuration on the dash cam itself. You have to configure it for your country, and you have to connect it to the Nextbase Connect app. So this app, which I'll do a little bit more inside with, just allows you to get to your files, do some settings on your camera, and it actually has the SOS mode turned on there with the red dot there that you can see. There's a files button on the back of the camera that the little red dot right here is actually a button. And if you get into an incident and the gravity sensor that's built into the camera doesn't enact, you can hit that button to have it save the files instead of into the regular folder into a write protected folder. This allows you to save those files. They don't get overwritten in case you need to give them to the police or your insurance company, because that's really what this camera here is about. It's about recording and protecting yourself from various things in our society today. One of the things that you're supposed to be able to do with the dash cam and your app is you're supposed to be able to move the files off the camera onto your smartphone. I've actually found that to be very challenging and tedious. It's very slow is really what it is. It takes a long time. So what I've actually gone to doing is I'll either take the card out of the camera or I'll take the camera out of the car, and we'll take it inside up to my computer, and we'll show you how you can get the files on your computer a couple different ways.
This is David here. We've moved inside to take a look at the Nextbase camera and show you how you can connect it with the included USB cable to your computer here to pull files off. And I've put it into file mode, so when you plug the cable in, it asks you what you want to do, similar to a cell phone, and in this case I said access files. Since we didn't get a great shot of it outside, I wanted to tilt this so you could see the red button. That was the red protect button that we talked about outside in the car. So if you want to force a file into the protected area, you just hit that and it will record that. Another way to get to the camera files is, of course, to take the SD card out, which you can see the slot there, the micro SD card out, and you can plug it in there. On the left side you also have the power button. And just to kind of complete a little bit of the tour, on this side you have the adapter for the rear camera accessories that you'll see in the written review version of this, since I'm not actually reviewing those. The front of the camera, of course, has the lens, and then this port here is how it connects into the mounting unit to get power. So that's just a little quick review on connecting the camera to the computer via the USB cable and accessing the files. Next up, we'll take a look at how you view the files via the My Nextbase player.
This is the software that's used to play the videos from the Nextbase dash cams. As you can see, much of the screen is covered with the video itself, which has some telemetry on the screen, and then below it you also have telemetry areas where you can see the speed and direction you're traveling. The line is the G sensor for impacts. That's part of the protected mode, and SOS mode stuff, that's that impact sensor or gravity sensor that can help there. In the upper right you can see that the map is being followed along with the player. Of course, the 10 gigahertz or the 10 hertz updates get you good speed and direction data and position data so it can follow along the maps that way. So just a little quick review on the My Nextbase Player software.
Overall, I like the Nextbase 322 GW. It makes a great first impression with the included features and capabilities. One item that might be a nice addition would be a motion sensing capability added to the Intelligent Park mode, which would turn on the camera when motion is detected nearby. Another nice addition would be to include a 32 gig micro SD card with the camera to add value to the purchase of this device. This has been David with another tech review. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.